let's go ahead and start with the TES Plus from MadCatz. I think the first thing you're going to notice about this fight stick is its design. I mean, seriously, this thing looks awesome. It's got a very straightforward rectangular design with a great finish that goes well with the black and gold artwork, and even the components match it. So it looks premium, but it also feels premium too. It's maybe 8 or 9 pounds here, but it's very well balanced and solidly constructed. You would never think that this stick feels cheap at all. It feels like a rock. Anyways, so build quality aside and looks, all great. Up top, you're going to find a Sanwa joystick and Sanwa buttons, which everyone loves because they're light, responsive, and quick. So, what makes this stick a plus is the addition of a touchpad, the L3 and R3 buttons for additional functionality. And up top you also have a lock key to disable the buttons to the rear, your joystick designations where it's going to be a left stick, directional pad, or right stick, and a toggle to switch between PS3 and PS4 modes. And you also got your PlayStation home button. Now, to the rear is where you're going to find your start and select buttons, and you're also going to find a storage compartment for your USB cable, which I think it's 9 feet long, which is more than plenty for any living room. So yeah, that's your overview of the TES Plus Fight Stick. The stick is $200, so it ain't cheap, but it is $30 cheaper than the TE2 Plus. The TE2 Plus, it's much larger. It has kind of a trapezoidal extension on top and to the front, which I think it makes it a little bulkier, but it is also more accessible because on the TE2 Plus there's a latch, so you can actually open up the top like a car hood and change out the buttons and sticks as you want. For this stick, you gotta undo the screws on the top and bottom and take it apart and do it that way. But overall, very good stick, very high build quality, it looks great, and made with premium components. I don't think it's going to disappoint you at $200. Alright, we are looking at the Hori Real Arcade Pro 4 Kai fight stick. It's just called HRAP4. Okay, anyways, compared to the TES Plus, it is a little shorter and a little longer. And it also has a black finish with some pretty basic art on the top panel here. It's also a little lighter, but still pretty solid. Not quite as solid as the TES Plus, but pretty good. So I don't think build quality is going to be an issue with this stick. And what's interesting about this fight stick is it doesn't use Sanwa or Seimitsu parts. It instead uses components designed in-house at Hori. The joystick, for instance, is what Hori calls a Hayabusa stick. And to be honest, it feels remarkably similar to the TES Plus's stick. But it's just a little less stiff, so that's going to come down to preference for most people. Now these buttons, however, they are clicky and responsive, but they feel a little muddy on the return and press. But from what I've read online, these should break in after some play and feel similar to the Sanwa buttons. Something to think about. Anyways, now on the rear side here, you got your touchpad and a USB cable compartment. I think the cable is 9 feet long, just like the Tournament Edition. And on your side here, underneath this overhang, is where you're going to find the rest of the buttons. And so you have your share button, joystick toggles, turbo toggles, and assignment profiles. You can actually remap these keys and change profiles on the fly. Now this stick supports PS3, PS4, and PC out of the box, which is great. It's a nice bonus. I think the TES Plus doesn't work out of the box with the PC just yet. You need additional software to remap just to use it. Now there's also Turbo, L3, and R3 buttons, and your PlayStation Home button. Overall, I think this is a very good stick, and honestly, I find myself a little more comfortable playing with this stick because, mostly because it's shorter. It has this ridge, so when I'm playing, I'm actually resting my wrist on it, and it feels a little more natural when I'm playing this, rather than having my palm planted flat and straight on the TES. Overall, I think this stick demonstrates a lot of value at the $150 price point, and I want to call it a budget stick. I think it's very high quality. and I think it's a very good alternative to the TES. Obviously, if you wanted something a little more flashy, a little heavier and better constructed, then I would go for the TES Plus. But again, this is $50 more. Anyways, that is our comparison of these two sticks.